want to start making money in 2023. $10, $20, $30, or even $50,000 a month. But the problem is you can't start a business because it either takes a huge amount of upfront capital to invest, and it also can take a big learning curve to start learning the entire business ins and outs. You also don't want to take a 9-to-5 job because it's draining, and you really want to spend your time doing something that you love. But what people don't know is that there really is an opportunity that literally 99% of people can start as soon as today. It doesn't cost a lot of money to get started because it's actually free. It doesn't take a big learning curve, and you can start making money a couple of days after you start. This opportunity is Twitter. I'm going to be sharing the exact strategies that I used to build my audience and start making thousands of dollars a month. And the cool thing is you don't even need a big audience to start making money and monetizing your Twitter account. The first strategy is creating a community. It's essentially a group of people that are joining together in order to learn something new. I have a community called Wealth Suite. In this particular community, I share the secrets that I've learned over my 7 years working with over 453 millionaires in America and giving those secret strategies on to the people that are joining my community. You might have a specialty in perhaps photography, in chess, or perhaps even in data coding. As long as you're interested in something, chances are there are hundreds of people in the world that want to know your specific skill set and expertise. So how does Twitter actually play into this? You can use your Twitter account to grow your audience, to really push out your message and make sure you specialize in a particular niche. The top 3 niches are relationships, finance, and health. Once you've sent out your message to your many followers, you can start working on building up your community. Let's say you have 100 engaged members in your Twitter audience. And let's say you build a community and you charge $5 a month. That is $500 in passive income that you would earn a month from this community. You would probably only have to work 1 or 2 hours a week, and you would have this extra recurring income stream. Does the community sound good for you? Here's how you do it step by step. First, you want to build your Twitter audience. Make sure you start engaging with your audience and make sure you have a niche so everyone knows what you specifically stand for. Once you've done that, the next step is figuring out a platform where you can start engaging with your community members. In my community, which is called Wealth Suite, I use the Slack channel where we communicate with each other. Other successful community hosts also have different platforms like Discord or even Telegram. The next step is figuring out your fee. Of course, you want to figure out how much am I charging and who is my target audience. If your target audience is living perhaps in a third world country, you probably can't be charging them $70 or $100 a month to join your community. But if you get a lot of people to join, that's a lot of money too. You really want to understand who your audience is, and once you have that knowledge, it's time to start charging a fee. The next step is actually building a landing page. The landing page is the most important thing when you start developing a community. In fact, you want to spend about 80% of your time on this landing page on just the title itself. If people read your title and they don't like it, they're probably not going to scroll through and buy the community itself. Make sure you really understand your audience, know what it is that they want to learn from you, and then try to incorporate that knowledge into the title headline. Once you've built the title headline, you can really get into the nitty-gritty, addressing the problem, the solution, sharing a little bit information about the community host, which would be you, and so on and so forth. The landing page is really the sales page, so you want to make sure you spend a lot of time on it. As an example, the landing page to my community, which you can find in the link below, took a lot of time, but trust me, it's worth it. Not only am I able to help people better understand what I teach in my Wealth Suite community, but it also helps drive more conversions. Finally, the next step, once you've built up your community, once people and members have actually joined your community, it's time to keep promoting your community on your Twitter platform or any other social media apps out there. So for example, if you have an email list, I would suggest promoting your community on your email list as well. Obviously, try to use that community and advertise it on your Twitter platform or any other social media accounts that you have like Facebook, Instagram, and so on and so forth. The next idea for you to make money on Twitter is becoming a ghostwriter. Ghostwriter is essentially someone who writes and composes tweets or really any other type of written work for someone else using their name. So let's say Michael Jordan or some other well-known celebrity reaches out to you and says, hey, can you please write a tweet for me? I will pay you, but in exchange, I, being the celebrity, get to use my name for this particular tweet. That's how a ghostwriter makes money. Essentially, you reach out to your audience on Twitter and promote your ghostwriting services. A ghostwriter, first of all, really needs to find their niche. So in other words, what is your area of specialty? Are you good at writing posts about finance? Are you good at writing posts about relationships or health or some other totally unrelated industry? That's generally how ghostwriting works. So find someone who maybe doesn't have the time of day and is willing to pay you in exchange for your time. And here's how to become a ghostwriter. First, join the masterclass called Create 247. I actually am part of this masterclass myself. I've used the many webinars and the materials that are offered in that particular community. In the masterclass, there are many different types of channels. For example, a Twitter writing channel or tweet writing channel, and there's another channel called a ghost writing channel where the host of this particular community shares tips and tricks on how to actually become a ghostwriter, win over clients, and make a lot of money every single month. Once you've kind of gotten a feel for writing tweets and really trying to bump up the engagement for each of these tweets, it's time to start reaching out and booking calls for future clients. One of the best ways to start booking calls is honestly in the direct messages of Twitter. I'm going to be very honest with you, the magic happens in the DMs. So you really want to start reaching out to any followers that you have currently, any followers that maybe like your tweets or like your threads. And of course, you want to reach out to perhaps cold prospects. One of the keys though to really prove your own competence is kind of twofold. Number one, when you reach out to prospects, make sure you have social proof. In other words, maybe share a statement of gratitude that a former client or maybe even a friend has given to you. Take a screenshot and send it to them so they know that you're actually good at what you do. And the second piece of social proof that you want to share with prospects is actually your own Twitter account. For example, if you have good tweets, it doesn't have to have high engagement, but if you have high quality tweets, in other words, with good grammar, no spelling mistakes, aesthetically they look good, those are all things that you can use as you start trying to build your own clientele for ghostwriting. And finally, another strategy you might want to implement if you want to start getting your own ghostwriting clients is actually providing your own service for free for maybe a limited period of time. This especially works well if you're just starting out ghostwriting and on Twitter. Many people, especially business owners, they want to have a proven person doing this for them, especially if you have only a few hundred followers and perhaps a newer Twitter account. You need to prove yourself otherwise because you probably don't have that history. What you do instead is essentially offer them a free 5-tweet package, and if they like your services, then they can hire you. And if they don't, at least you only spent writing 5 tweets and you really got more practice, right? So I would absolutely suggest you do that, and hopefully that can get the ball rolling to help you get more ghostwriting clients. If you're looking to make money on Twitter, then try out this third strategy, which is essentially affiliate marketing. Affiliate marketing, it's a pretty universal concept. What it means is you're essentially promoting a product or service for someone else on your own social media platform. Of course, it could be Twitter, it could be Facebook, it could be Instagram, it could even be your own email list or even your website. But since we're talking about Twitter and making $2,500 a week on Twitter, let's focus on this particular platform. So how do you make money affiliate marketing? First, you need to figure out what product or what service do you really like. And that's the key word. You can't just find a random product or service and literally like grab for it, out of nowhere. That doesn't work. You need to have some sort of familiarity with the item or service that you're promoting. And here's the reason why. When you promote it, you want to, of course, sound authentic. You want to be honest about what you are promoting. If it's a piece of junk, you really don't want to promote that because your audience is smart. Trust me, they will know if you're just trying to push something toward them and make money. They don't like that. You lose trust and you lose followers as well. You want to start out on the right foot, and in order to do so, make sure you spend some time at least with the item, the product or service that you are actually promoting. Once you've actually spent some time with that, it's actually time to start promoting that product or service on your social media platform. You can make money several different ways if you start affiliate marketing. marketing. So as an example, it really depends on your contract. For me, when I make money passively with affiliate marketing, I either make it, number one, because of email subscribers. So I get a lot of people to sign up to this particular company's email list. Every single email subscriber equals X number of dollars. That's one way. Another way is essentially clicks. So if some people click a couple of times on a particular product or service, I make money from each click. Or the third way is honestly buying that product or service. Of course, the third way is the hardest because making those conversions is pretty low. Generally, you make a 1 to 2% conversion rate per the number of audience members or clicks that you have. And even then, that number is pretty high. To figure out how much money you'll actually make being an affiliate marketer, you want to make sure you dig into the contract. And here's how you actually do affiliate marketing on Twitter. One of the first things I do is make sure I build up my audience. I really want to make sure I'm specific in my niche. So for example, my niche is finance. I really try to keep my message extremely congruent and very consistent. What that means is I don't post stuff about fitness or relationships. I literally post items just about building wealth. That is my mantra. That's what I stick to. All right. So once you figure out your niche, you also want to make sure that the products and services that you are becoming an affiliate marketer for are congruent with your particular message. Once that's done, I, for example, post a tweet that has something to do with finance. And assuming that tweet does very well, like let's say I get engagement, I get comments, I get likes on the tweet, then I plug, which means I essentially add on to the original tweet, and that plug is that promotion. When I see one of my tweets is doing very well with my audience, they like it, they engage with it, after about a few hours, maybe 2 or 3 hours of that original tweet being posted on my Twitter account, I then plug the promotion underneath it. And of course, I have to let them know that it is a promotion, that I am an affiliate marketer. In other words, I receive a sort of compensation for that. The key to making money with affiliate marketing is always being authentic. Know the product or service that you're promoting and be honest with your audience. If you're ready to jump in, then I would suggest getting the course called Twitter Affiliate Mastery. It's actually what I used in order to make thousands of dollars every single month for my own Twitter platform. Believe it or not, it works, but sometimes you might not see immediate results. It might take some time in order for you to see those actual thousands of dollars coming into your account. The next strategy that we're going to be talking about is building your email list. Emails are one of the best ways that you can make money. In fact, I used my own email list to make over $3,500 from one single email. My email list is primarily composed of people that found my email list through my Twitter account. My suggestion is use your Twitter account to collect email subscribers. Email subscribers, they're very warm leads, which means they are already interested in you, in your content, and in what you have to say, which means that it's really easy for you to promote a product, a service, your own community, or whatever it is through your email list to a bunch of different email subscribers and very likely make conversions, which means more money in your pocket. How do you start making money from emails, specifically through Twitter? First, I would suggest downloading the course Write Once, Sell Twice. I literally made thousands of dollars using this specific template and formulas that is in this particular course. The next step is actually subscribing to an email service provider. So there are many out there like MailChimp, which I'm sure you've heard of before. Another one is MailerLite, which I actually use myself. These types of service providers, they generally offer a free period for people that have maybe under 500 subscribers or under 1,000 subscribers. And as you start having more email subscribers, of course, the costs start racking up, but then again, that's also a good problem to have. The next step is actually creating a landing page. Of course, you don't just want your Twitter audience to click on subscribe and it looks like really ugly. You want it to actually add a little bit of characteristic, maybe add a picture of yourself or a little sentence or blurb of what it is that they can expect once they subscribe to their email. So as an example, my newsletter has a landing page that literally shares my picture. It shares a little sentence or blurb about what the subscribers are going to get once they enter their email address into my newsletter. This tactic has literally helped me get over 28,000 email subscribers and counting. So if I can do it, again, you can absolutely do it too. It definitely takes time, but as you start building up your email subscribers, trust me, it is 100% worth it. After you built your landing page, the next step is actually incorporating the link to your landing page on your Twitter profile. You can do this in many different ways. One, you can put it into your bio, right? In the Twitter bio. itself, or you can start plugging, is what it's called, your email newsletter landing page onto any tweet that is performing well. So in other words, if you have a good performing tweet, you can just add another tweet to that. That's called the plug, similar to promoting other tweets. And essentially you promote your own email newsletter in the hopes that your followers and your audience actually click on that plug, put in their email address, and subscribe to your newsletter. One thing that I found is in your email newsletter, you really want to be as authentic as possible with your subscribers. Remember, they want to open up your email newsletter and they want to see value from it. And that's something that you really need to focus on. For example, I send out my newsletter once every Saturday and I try to add as much value as I can without sounding too boring. That would be your challenge as well. But the course, Write Once, Sell Twice, goes through all of these strategies and more to help you make your email really enticing, and not just that, but also valuable and ultimately make you more money. And finally, the last money-making strategy that you can use through your Twitter account is literally posting sponsored tweets. Sponsored tweets are very similar to affiliate marketing, but it's a little bit more specific. Even if you don't have 1,000 followers, maybe you have a few hundred or less than that, you can still make money through sponsored tweets. And how you can do that is that many businesses are actually trying to connect with what's called a micro influencer like yourself that has a very engaged audience. Because in the end, I want to make this very clear. Numbers in your followers really don't matter. Engagement is the key. It's not so much the vanity number. We all like vanity numbers, but you really got to ask yourself, is that going to put more money in your pocket? Chances are the answer is no. So here's how actual brands and companies can reach you in the direct messages in Twitter to promote their product or service. First and foremost, you want to make sure that your Twitter profile is clean. You want to make your Twitter profile picture as well as your bio, which only offers 160 characters, as crisp and as clean as possible. And I would encourage you to update it every single month or so, at least in the beginning, because that's exactly what I did before I found a good happy medium. The next step is really providing consistent content that again aligns with your core message. And finally, I think the best next step here would be reaching out to companies that might be wanting to pay you $350, $400 or more for posting a single tweet. That's the key difference between posting promoted tweets and actual affiliate marketing. You would be paid for the tweet itself. You would not be paid for the revenue that's coming off of that tweet, at least not in most cases. Affiliate marketing doesn't exactly pay you to put a tweet out. They pay you for the conversions or the clicks or whatever it is that you generate from that particular tweet. That's the key difference. As an example, I was once asked to promote a particular course on my Twitter account. The company that paid me about $350 to promote their particular course on my Twitter account. I didn't get any revenue share from the people that actually signed up to the course. I got the upfront payment. That's it. And that's really the key difference between affiliate marketing on Twitter and actually posting sponsored content. And again, my friend, the key is if you do end up posting sponsored content, make sure you let your followers know that you are actually getting money for that particular sponsored post. And that's exactly how you can start making a lot of money from your own Twitter account, even if you don't have tens of thousands of followers on your side. If you really want to learn the best ways to make more money, click on this video right here where I go through some of the best side hustles that you can start today on top of making money on Twitter.